Now I know there's a million different ways we can finish this rabbit. But what I'm doing, I'm just taking my time and I'm dropping the depth of the router bit down a little bit at a time until I get it to this surface right here. And the end goal is to allow this to fit in a bit flush. You can see we're almost there. So a couple more passes to get this done. Nobody's really going to see this joint because it's going to be facing the drawer box. But I'm just trying to take my time and make it as clean as possible so I can clean these out and insert these panels, and this door front will be done. So again, just taking the trim router, going down about, I don't know, 1/16 of an inch or so, just taking my time, just so I'm not removing too much stock in one pass. Like I say, there's more than one way of doing this, but for now, this is what I have, so I'm just using what I have and it's working. So probably one more pass to get us flush with this one. If I were mass producing this, I would probably make a jig and use a pattern bit just to route it all out. But like I say, I'm in a hurry. I'm just taking my time, just doing a little bit of time and sneaking up on it. And it's worked before, so it's just a process I go through. I just take a razor knife and just to clean up and give me a sharp edge. And then I'm just using a regular chisel and a mallet just to clean out the corners a little bit. This is just number 2 Duffer. It's not really hard, but it's not that soft either. So it has a tendency to split and crack. So that's why I like scoring a line. And then, like I say, I'm just coming through with a regular chisel and just cleaning up the corners so the board fits in there nicely. Like I said, nobody's ever going to see this, but just trying to get a decent fit on it. Just come in with a chisel just to clean up with the router that you done the last pass. And like we mentioned before, we're just making do with what we have. Another reason why I do it in multiple passes instead of one pass is to kind of keep the noise down a little bit. I'm working outdoors and just trying to keep the noise down for the neighborhood a little bit until I can get my shop built.
Hello, hello. Somebody says hi. I can't pronounce the name, so I won't try. But hi, we welcome you to RKC Woodwork Design.
So we're almost there. Do a little check fit here. See how we're looking with our pieces. And it looks like we're a little bit wide. So I'm probably going to trim this down a little bit more to make it uniform and fit in there. But we're almost to where we need to be. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go ahead and take my trim router. I'm going to set the base on here and lower my straight cut bit until it's just touching that bottom. And finish this pass, and that will get us to this surface right here. now we're pretty much flush with the other rabbit. So all I have to do is just do a little bit of initial cleanup here and put these pieces in, and then I'll add some glue and some staples. This will be ready for final sanding and finish and installation of the storefront. If you're just getting started in woodworking, I don't have all the best top quality tools. This is just a regular DeWalt wood chisel that I got from the big box store. I kind of cleaned up the edge a little bit, but just basic tools is what you need to get started. Like I said, I know there's probably some experienced woodworkers out there that have better techniques or methods, but this is what works for me. I don't even have, top of the line router bits. This is just a cheap router bit that you find on Amazon. It's not a white side or a Mana or a 4.8 or anything like that, but it works. And all I'm trying to do is just clean this out to make the corners a little bit better. A good sharp chisel makes this easy to do. Just trying to square up the corners so the pieces fit better. This chisel's very sharp, so I really just need to push it through. I can put pressure down with my hand and it'll cut through this number 2 fur pretty easy. This was all 2x4 to start out with that we cut down and milled on between our table saw and our 6-inch joiner to try to get some nice clear wood. Lumber is so high right now. Yeah, it would be nice to make this out of a quality hardwood, but for the price, it's just insane right now. So this is just dimensional lumber that you can get at the big box store. But as you can see, if you get good pieces, it comes out halfway decent. You can see the finish, how it looks with the stain on it.
Hi, friends.
You really wouldn't know that was just a regular 2x4.
Thank you for joining us.
So everything you see here is just regular dimension lumber from a typical big box store that's been machined, smooth, sanded, routed, and stained. So you can do it just with regular inexpensive lumber. Like I said, would I like for this to be like teak or oak or some exotic wood? Yeah, but the price is just too prohibitive right now. So now that we have our rabbets where we want, I have to do a quick trim of these panels. They're a little bit too wide. And there you have it.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us. I'm going to step away and let Ron finish doing what he's doing, and I'll check back later today if he has anything new today or tomorrow, whenever he has something new to show. If you have any questions, feel free to ask before I sign off. Here it is. This is where we're at now. Go watch the previous videos to see what we've done to get to this point thus far. Thank you for watching. We appreciate each and every one of you. And keep your notifications on. Remember to like and subscribe and leave some comments. This will be posted on our YouTube channel, so you can come back and watch it again. Thank you. We appreciate each of you. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next time we go live.